Hello, friends. My name is Matti McLean. I'm a Canadian Eurovision, and today, well, it should come as no surprise that I'm a big Eurovision fan, and as such, one of the things that really got me into it was actually the Eurovision movie with Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams and Pierce Brosnan. I think it's probably in my top 10 favorite movies of all time now. It's really great. I really enjoy it. It's hilarious. They do a good job. But one of the things that really goes underrated is that it actually has some fantastic music, and a lot of these could actually be songs that are literally just in Eurovision. So overall, I think that's only fair that I give these songs the respect that they are due and deserve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the songs, and we are going to rank where I think they fall on the scale of 0 points to whatever to the best of the best. So let's do it. Probably one of the only songs that existed before this was Amar Pelo Dos. Dwa? I don't quite know how to say it. This was actually the song that won Eurovision in 2017, obviously sung by Salvador Sobral from Portugal. It was the longest time a country had been in Eurovision without having won, and this song is still really good. It definitely feels like a song that belongs in a contest like this, and since it's the only one that was really present, it was the only song that was actually there beforehand, it really does kind of hit home the fact that like this is a really good song, this is a really good item. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's really great. So overall, there's Come and Play. Come and Play actually sounds really good. Even though it's a made up song, it still tracks really well. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. This is a song that you could actually listen to outside of it, and it's still good. It still slaps. So definitely check out, if you've never checked the soundtrack or this movie out, they're both definitely worth a go. So don't be afraid to dive in and enjoy. I like how they also have like each of the countries that would have submitted them, which I think is really funny, which is good. I like that little touch. It adds a little extra flavor, if you will. Coolin' with the Homies is probably the song that I like the least on the soundtrack. I think they did that purposefully just to make sure that you were engaged with the right people to be a part of it. So whatever. Double Trouble, another really good song. Is it one of my favorites? Well, kind of. The remix didn't do anything for me personally, but overall the song is still great, still fun, still really interesting and good. I like how they just have Eurovision Suite. I don't think you need to include the whole da 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 da. I don't think that's needed, but I understand why they put it in there. It is a song that might get overlooked a little bit. I am going to take the other song that I know right away is not going to... I don't know why they set up Lion of Love to be like this big, great song, and then you hear it and you're just like, really? That's it? That's what they're doing? So overall, not a fan of the song that they had presented by Dan Stevens from Russia playing his character. It just didn't work for me. There's so much in this movie that you can read into, like the whole fact like the Russian character is clearly gay, and just like they're basing it off of a specific person. What are they implying? Even though there's rumors that go around that this person that it's based off of is also gay, probably is, but probably still living in Russia. It's got, their own problem. So we'll keep that as it is. Their cover of Happy is fine. I don't like the original song Happy. I don't think that it's good. I'm keeping it in the lower part for now, and we'll see where it goes from here. The next song I'm going to put in is their song from Belarus, which is problematic in its own way, and I'll go to that in a second. But this song actually sounds like it could have been a contender in Eurovision, even though it's only like a minute of the song. It combines like, I don't know, like a Finnish hard rock ballad or Hitari from Iceland 2019, and then mixing it with Kino. So it sounds really, really interesting and cool. It's a great song just by itself, and it's really fun, really interesting, definitely one that I enjoy, so hopefully it's a common thought. I do love that they included San Marino, of all countries, in the final. That's being, optimistic most years. But what they did was actually pretty fun. It's engaging. It's very much like a kitschy... I don't know if they're going for like a Serhat meets Senhit vibe. That's kind of what I feel like they're going for. But very like bubbly, very fun. I prefer it to the other songs in the I don't give a what category. But is it my favorite? No, it really isn't. I don't think that they quite bring it to life the way that I want them to. So Yeah, definitely not like the best, but certainly not the worst. They still put a lot of effort into it. There's a lot here that you can enjoy. So definitely check them out. Like, this whole soundtrack is really great. I would happily listen to any of them, except for maybe these two. But, that's normal. They can't all be winners. Full Moon surprises me because this is a song that sounds like it could step right out of Blondie. Like, it sounds so finished and done. And the band that does it is called Antros. I don't know if they're a real band or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were, because the song is fantastic. It's about 3 minutes, so like they did their homework, and it sounds good, it looks good, and you'll notice I saved the specific songs that I want to talk about more after, so I will keep these there. I love how they have In the Mirror here. I think Demi Lovato is incredibly talented. Actually, do I think that this is better than Full Moon? I don't. I think it's just below it. But she's so talented. Does really well in the movie. Does really well with the song. It's kind of just a win on both fronts. So definitely, if you get a chance, if you like pop music and you haven't heard it, there are definitely some good songs worth investigating here. So check them out. These songs are all these are all 12 points for me. I'm just trying to figure out what order they go in. And I think, even though I love Volcano Man, I think it's the bottom of the best. And I think it sets the tone for the movie really well. I think it's fun. It's over the top. It's very Eurovision. It's very much the whole... It's a treat for the senses. It's well done. The song is fun. It's silly. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's all just crazy pants. And there's a lot here that you can really love. So I hope that other people really love it too. Ya Ya Ding Dong is like unquestionably such a meme now, just throughout Eurovision. Everyone Ya Ya Ding Dongs. I actually want to go to Iceland so I can go to the Ya Ya Ding Dong Cafe. I'm planning on some trip just to maybe go in the summer because I'm just like, why not? That sounds like so much fun. So I'm really excited for Ya Ya Ding Dong. And, for a joke novelty song, it definitely gets into your brain. If this song wasn't such a meme, it would be 0 points. 1,000,000%. And I fully recognize that. But everyone loves Ya Ya Ding Dong. So my question is, what's better, the song-along or Husavik? Because Husavik is just a classic, beautiful song. Really well done. Really well written. There's a remix of it that's fantastic, and I highly recommend. I would love to show everyone that one, but unfortunately... it doesn't quite stand up in a few ways. That's not true. It is great. It is wonderful. Well done. There's really no fault in it. It's just its only issue is that it's only the one performer. Actually, no. The fact that Will Ferrell does back up on it does kind of sour it a little bit. It's not an issue for me personally, because I don't mind his voice. I think that Will Ferrell has a fine voice. I just know other people have been like, oh, I wish there was a version without it because it would be so good. And I'm just like, I agree, it is so good, but that one little bit will keep it from hitting the upper echelons, I think. But the song-along, how can you go wrong with the song-along? It's so good. My only complaint with it is that they only have 2 Eurovision songs, being Ne Partez Pas Sans Moi, which they obviously chose because it's Celine Dion, and they're paying respect there. And then the other one is obviously Waterloo, because they're showing respect there. But the other songs they included was Madonna and Cher. So I'm just like, they knew the gays would watch, and they knew that is why they had to do it. So overall, there's nowhere else you can see Netta singing beside Jessie Simpson and Loreen and Jamala. Like, it's so good. Everyone loves it. You can tell that it was done in 2019, right before the contest ended, because otherwise we would be able to tell pretty quickly that it's just like, oh, where's Duncan Lawrence? Where's everyone? Like, there's so many more people who could have been a part of it. But if nothing else, I'm really happy that the Eurovision movie came along when it did, because it did break down the door for a lot of other people coming through after, and it did make Eurovision more accessible. I highly doubt we would have something like the American Song Contest had this not been in that gap, in that stop year, because the 2020 contest was canceled because of COVID. So it just makes sense. But let's see how I compare to everyone else. So it does look like the pattern here is Iceland on top, which, you can't deny. A lot of good songs come out of the Iceland version. Most people have, I'm just looking at some of the other ones, Husavik and Song Along at the top are kind of a no-brainer. This person, I don't know what they were doing, But yeah, lots of options, with those ones usually sitting on top, except for this one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't quite get people's thinking on that one. But here there is a lot to go over. There's a lot to love. I feel like they're being a little harsh on some of these other songs. But I do agree with Cooling with the Homies should be at the bottom. Line of Love is way too high in my opinion. But, this is just one more drop in the bucket, right? So this is me. I'm Matti McLean. I'm Canadian Eurovision. You can check out my podcast on Problematic streaming platform Spotify. You can find more of me online at The Big Shabam on Twitter and Instagram. And finally, if you folks ever want to reach out and let me know what you think, I'm always happy to do any quizzes or rankings that you send my way. So feel free to leave a message in the beep. And until next time, I'll see you folks later. Bye.